The strength to thrive. 7 life-changing habits to reclaim your youthful vitality after 60. Introduction. A silent thief and a promise of renewal. Imagine waking up each morning with the energy to climb a mountain, the strength to carry your groceries with ease, and the confidence to live life on your terms, no matter your age. Now, picture the alternative, struggling to rise from a chair, leaning on a cane to shuffle across the room, or dreading the stairs that once felt like a minor inconvenience. For millions of seniors across America, this isn't just a thought experiment. It's a stark reality. By age 80, the average person loses up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to their younger years, a condition known as sarcopenia that silently robs over 50 million people worldwide of their independence. Every year, 300,000 seniors are hospitalized due to falls directly linked to muscle weakness, each incident a painful reminder of what's been lost. But here's the twist. This isn't the inevitable fate you might think. Science has uncovered a remarkable truth. Muscle loss isn't just a byproduct of aging. It's a challenge you can conquer. In small towns and bustling cities across the U.S., there's a group of extraordinary seniors, dubbed super agers, who defy the odds. At 70, 80, even 90, they hike rugged trails, swing tennis rackets, and live with a vigor that rivals people half their age. Take Edna, a 78-year-old grandmother from Boise, Idaho, who still leads her local hiking club up steep mountain paths, her laughter echoing through the pines. Or Frank, an 85-year-old retired firefighter from Chicago, who benches more than his grandson and dances at every family wedding. What's their secret? It's not luck or genetics alone. It's a set of deliberate, science-backed habits that anyone can adopt. Researchers from institutions like Harvard Medical School, Mayo Clinic, and Tufts University have pinpointed 7 daily practices that can slow and even reverse age-related muscle loss. These habits, often overlooked by 93% of seniors, are the key to reclaiming the strength of your 40s. Among them, one habit stands out: a simple, daily mistake you're likely making that accelerates muscle deterioration. Correcting it could mean the difference between thriving independently or relying on others in your golden years. This article isn't just a guide. It's an invitation to rewrite your story, to transform your later years into a chapter of vitality, independence, and joy. Let's dive into the 7 habits that can change everything, starting with the ones that might surprise you the most. Habit number 7, embracing hormetic stressors, the power of controlled challenge. Picture this: a crisp Montana morning where the air bites just enough to wake you up. Margaret, a 72-year-old retired schoolteacher, steps out of her shower, shivering as the final 30 seconds of cold water jolt her awake. She smiles, knowing this brief discomfort is strengthening her body in ways she never imagined. Margaret is practicing what scientists call hormetic stress, the art of using small, controlled doses of stress to trigger profound benefits. The phrase, "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger," isn't just a cliche. It's a biological truth, especially for your muscles. What are hormetic stressors? Hormesis refers to the beneficial effects of low-dose exposure to stressors that would be harmful in larger amounts. Think of it like a vaccine for your muscles, a tiny challenge that primes your body to fight harder. Research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging shows that brief exposures to specific stressors activate cellular protection mechanisms, preserving and even enhancing muscle function well into your 80s. These stressors aren't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. They're about strategic, intermittent challenges followed by ample recovery. 3 key hormetic stressors for muscle strength. 1. Temperature variation, cold and heat as muscle allies. Every morning, Margaret enters her shower with a blast of cold water. It's not just refreshing, it's a science-backed strategy. Brief cold exposure, like 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or a quick dip in a chilly pool, activates brown fat, boosts mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of energy-producing cell components, and triggers adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscle tissue from breakdown. A 2019 study from the University of Copenhagen found that cold exposure increased muscle protein synthesis by 15% in older adults over 8 weeks. On the flip side, heat is just as powerful. John, a 68-year-old farmer from Georgia, swears by his weekly sauna sessions at the local gym. He's not wrong to love them. Heat exposure through saunas or hot baths activates heat shock proteins, which repair damaged muscle cells and prevent protein degradation. A landmark study from Finland, published in JAMA Internal Medicine, found that seniors using saunas 4 to 7 times weekly experienced 40% less muscle loss over a decade compared to those who didn't. John credits his sauna habit for his ability to still hoist hay bales without a hitch. How to start? Begin with 30 seconds of cold water at the end of your shower, gradually increasing to 60 seconds. For heat, try a 15-minute hot bath or sauna session 2 to 3 times a week. Always consult your doctor if you have heart conditions or other health concerns. 2. Intermittent fasting, a cellular spring cleaning. In sunny San Diego, Clara, a 70-year-old yoga instructor, follows a simple rule. She eats all her meals between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. This practice, known as time-restricted eating, isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body a break. By condensing meals into an 8 to 10-hour window, Clara triggers autophagy, a cellular cleaning process that removes damaged components and improves muscle quality. A 2020 study from the Salk Institute found that this practice enhanced muscle mitochondrial function by 10% in just 12 weeks, even without weight loss. Clara's routine isn't extreme. She enjoys hearty breakfasts of eggs and avocado, lunches with grilled salmon, and dinners packed with veggies. By stopping eating after 6 p.m., she gives her body 16 hours to repair and rebuild. It's like giving my muscles a nightly tune-up, she says, her eyes sparkling with pride as she leads her yoga class. How to start? Begin with a 12-hour fasting window, e.g., 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., gradually narrowing to 8 to 10 hours. Ensure meals are nutrient-dense to support muscle health. 3. Overcoming isometrics, brief bursts of power. In a quiet gym in Austin, Texas, Robert, a 75-year-old retired engineer, pushes against a wall with all his might for 10 seconds, then rests. This isn't a futile effort. It's a technique called overcoming isometrics, where you exert maximum force against an immovable object. These brief, intense contractions send powerful signals to muscle cells, maintaining their size and function without stressing joints. A 2021 study from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that seniors performing isometrics twice weekly increased muscle strength by 20% in 10 weeks. Robert, who once struggled to open pickle jars, now lifts weights with ease. It's like telling my muscles, "You're not done yet," he chuckles. These exercises are gentle on aging joints, but fierce in their impact. How to start? Try pushing against a wall or pulling a fixed bar for 5 to 10 seconds at maximum effort, 3 to 5 times, twice a week. Rest for 30 seconds between efforts. Why hormetic stressors work? These stressors work because they're brief and followed by recovery, activating longevity genes like sirtuin and FOXO. These genes protect muscle tissue, much like a fortress reinforcing its walls against an enemy. The key is moderation. Start small and build tolerance to avoid overwhelming your system. Margaret, John, Clara, and Robert aren't superhumans. They're ordinary Americans who've embraced these habits to extraordinary effect. Habit number 6, strategic protein timing. Fueling your muscles right. In a cozy diner in Minneapolis, Dorothy, an 80-year-old retired nurse, sips a protein smoothie for breakfast, a far cry from the toast and coffee she used to rely on. She's learned a critical lesson. It's not just how much protein you eat, but when you eat it that determines whether your muscles thrive or waste away. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who spread their protein intake evenly across meals build 25% more muscle than those who consume it all at dinner. The science of protein timing. Your muscles have a 3 to 4 hour window after each meal to synthesize protein effectively. Most seniors load up on protein at dinner. Think a big steak or chicken breast, leaving their muscles starved for fuel the rest of the day. Dorothy used to do this, too, until her doctor explained that her breakfast of cereal and lunch of soup weren't cutting it. Now, she aims for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, spaced evenly throughout the day. For breakfast, Dorothy blends Greek yogurt, berries, and a scoop of protein powder. Lunch might be a turkey wrap with veggies, and dinner includes grilled fish or lentils. This strategy, backed by a University of Texas study, helped participants gain an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle in 12 weeks without other lifestyle changes. Dorothy, who once struggled to carry her laundry basket, now walks her dog for miles, her steps steady and strong, making it work for you. Protein sources are abundant and adaptable. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lean meats, fish, beans, and lentils are all excellent choices. For vegetarians, combining beans with rice or tofu with veggies ensures complete proteins. The key is consistency. Every meal is an opportunity to rebuild your muscles. How to start? Plan meals with 25 to 30 grams of protein each. For breakfast, try 2 eggs with a slice of whole grain toast and Greek yogurt. For lunch and dinner, include lean meats, fish, or plant-based proteins. Use a food scale or app to track portions until it becomes second nature. Habit number 5, vitamin D optimization, the muscle vitamin that powers your strength. In sunny Miami, Gloria, a 74-year-old retiree, used to feel her legs wobble climbing the stairs to her condo. She blamed age until a blood test revealed her vitamin D levels were barely 15 nanograms per milliliter, dangerously low. Known as the muscle vitamin, vitamin D is a game changer for seniors. Yet 80% of older Americans are deficient. Research from Harvard Medical School shows vitamin D activates genes that boost muscle protein synthesis, enhancing strength and balance. A 2022 study in JAMA Internal Medicine found seniors with levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter had 25% greater muscle strength and better coordination, slashing fall risks. Gloria started supplementing with 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, paired with egg yolks and salmon, and soaked up 15 minutes of Florida sun each noon. Within 3 months, her strength surged. She now dances salsa at her community center. But there's a catch. Vitamin D needs vitamin K2, found in fermented foods like natto or cheese, to direct calcium to bones, not arteries. Without it, high doses can risk calcification. Most seniors need 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily, far above the outdated 600 IU recommendation. But a blood test is key to personalize your dose. How to start? Ask your doctor for a vitamin D test. Aim for 40 to 50 nanograms per milliliter with supplements, fatty fish, and brief midday sun exposure. Pair with K2, rich foods to maximize benefits. Gloria's transformation proves it. A small change can rebuild your strength like never before. Habit number 4, daily inflammation management, taming the silent muscle thief. In rural Tennessee, Henry, a 69-year-old farmer, noticed his arms weakening despite daily chores. The culprit? Inflammaging, chronic low-grade inflammation that accelerates muscle loss. A Tufts University study found seniors with high inflammation markers lose muscle 3 times faster than those with low levels. Henry fought back with simple habits, and you can too. First, prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a dark room. Sleep deprivation spikes inflammatory cytokines by 40%. Henry swapped late-night TV for a blackout curtain and sleeps like a rock. Second, nurture your gut. A University of California study linked gut health to lower systemic inflammation. Henry eats yogurt and diverse veggies daily, aiming for 30 plant types weekly. Third, exercise smart. Moderate walks most days with 1 weekly high-intensity burst keep inflammation in check. Finally, Henry adds omega-3s, 2G daily from fish oil, curcumin, turmeric tea, and polyphenol-rich berries. A 2023 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study showed this combo cuts inflammation by 29% in 12 weeks. How to start? Get a HSCRP blood test. Aim for less than 1 milligrams per liter. Sleep well, eat fermented foods, exercise moderately, and sip turmeric tea. Henry's now hauling firewood with ease. Proof you can tame inflammation and keep your muscles strong. Habit number 3. Specific vitamins. Micronutrients that supercharge your muscles. In Seattle, Lila, a 76-year-old librarian, felt her grip weaken, making it hard to hold her beloved books. A nutrient test revealed deficiencies